Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Dot Dog.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? Salute Giants Nation. Salute Big Blue. You already know Man-Cave Podcast. You already know what it is. If this is your first time to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it to all your social media platforms. Man, it's like a rainy rainy Wednesday here down in the A. But we're going to be talking Giants football. You know, of course, today started training camp for all 32 NFL teams and stuff like that. So you already know football is right around the corner. And that's the best thing, man, when training camp hits. So you already know what it is. We're going to be talking training camp today. Also, we're going to talk some Giants news like Evan Neal, you know, on the PUP list and other guys on the PUP list and things like that. And then also we're going to get into some little Yankees, you know, talking about Yankees are imploding right now. You know, I don't know what's going on with the Yankees, man. But for right now, like I said, it's just NFL training camp started today. Giants started today, man. That's all we could ask for. That means football is right around the corner, man. You already know what it is. I think first preseason game is August 8th, and the first game is August 1st, and that's like the Hall of Fame game, but that's really no game, you know what I'm saying? So August 8th, so about a couple of weeks, man, it'll be the first preseason game. It'll be the Giants and the Lions, you know, so training camp started today for all teams, you know what I'm saying? Veterans and rookies reported to camp and stuff like that. So 11-on-11 practice, but also I should let you know, like this practice right now is like no pads and stuff like that. So they don't have no pads and stuff like that on. So I think that'll be probably the end of this week or certainly next week when they put the pads on and stuff like that. So right now they're not really, you know, doing too much, just getting ready, organized, and things like that. So, I mean, one of the main things I wanted to see in this training camp coming up, man, is like training camp battles, you know, certain positions, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the cornerback, I want to see who's going to be the cornerback 2 positions. I want to see who's going to line up at safety, who's going to be starting safety, or if we're going to play a 3 safety look, you know, with Shane Bowen's new defense. So that's another thing to look out for too. And then also, you know, the O-line, you know what I'm saying? Where's guys going to play, who's going to start at what position, you know, and things like that. So it's going to be a lot, man. But this is what training camp is for. This is what it's about. You know, this is when you start getting your team together, and you also got to cut it down to 53-man roster before, you know, like opening day. So there's going to be some camp battles, and of course, you know, as always, injuries is always part of the game, man. That's the big thing with football, any sports in general. You know, injuries is part of the game, so we have to anticipate it and things like that. But the Giants reported they started coming in yesterday, but they reported camp. So I'm gonna share a few guys warming up and stuff like that in training camp. You know, getting everybody getting acclimated and things like that, courtesy of Devo highlights and things. So let's get it to it. See, he's warming up. You know, it's like neighbors over there warming up with Drew Lock and Daniel Jones. Neighbors catching some passes and things like that. Jones throwing to him. Lock will be throwing to him too. You know, These guys, like I said, they just warming up. These are the defensive guys, you know what I'm saying? Defensive tackles in there. Brian Burns right here, getting a little workout in. Kayvon Thibodeau, the edge rusher. And that's Evan Neal on the sidelines, man, practicing right now because he's on the PUP. So Evan Neal is trying to work his way back, from that ankle surgery that he had 8 months ago. Okay, there's Daniel Jones. Quick pass to the flat to Wandale Robinson. Hands it off to Wandale Robinson. So it looked like Wandale would be like, they'll be moving Wandale around a little bit. There's Drew Lock right here. Goes back and throws a long bomb to Lawrence Cage, the tight end. So that's a little highlights. And it goes to Drew Lock again, right here to the sidelines. And that's to Dante Miller, this running back. It is okay, neighbors. That's a little highlight. Daniel Jones rolling out, finding Slayton toe tap right over there. It's Jones again. Look like it's a fake handoff. To Malik Neighbors. So, like I said, you get the little gist of it and stuff like that in training camp. Like I said, this is the first training camp, so of course, guys are getting just getting acclimated to it and stuff like that. Not trying to do too much in the first training camp, you know. So just like getting guys getting ready to get back into game shape. They had like OTAs about a month ago, but that was voluntary. What I'm saying, for the most part, some guys was there and stuff like that. But now this is the one that is mandatory. So these guys are here, ready for to start the football season. Like I said, they only got a couple of weeks before the first preseason game, which is the Lions. And this year, like I said, they have 3 preseason games. So I'm thinking, well, the dress rehearsal will definitely be the last game of the season. It'll be the third game. The first 2 games will be like, just filling it out and stuff like this. Daniel Jones, he may get some, what you call it, what I'm saying, to see how that knee is and stuff like that, even though they say he's a healthy go. But you know how it is sometimes, they say that, but he's not really ready yet. But he looks good. Like I said, he looks good on there and stuff like that. And I'm gonna show you some other like highlights and things like that. Let's see. But like I said, for the most part, he should be ready to go. Mm. Boo, boo. Where is it at? Yeah, like I said, yeah, it's basically, like I said, it's just basically the highlights from practice today, from training camp. Like I said, so we'll see. Like I said, but like I said, for the most part, like I said, training camp is just, like I said, these guys just got to get acclimated back into the fold and things like that. So, but for the most part, what I'm looking for, like I said, in this training camp, like I said, gonna be some camp battles in here. Like I said, I want to see who's gonna step up and be like the CB2. I also want to see who's gonna be step up and be the slot corner. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear a lot of things that could be Andrew Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Or what I'm saying? I know Cordell Flott is slated to be like CB2, but who knows with training camp and also preseason, could get beat out. Could be Trey Herndon, could be Trey Hawkins. But for the most part, Flott right now has the inside track. So we'll see if he can keep it going and things like that. Also, like I said, I want to see the. I'm not so much worried about our defensive line because, like I said, with the defensive line, it's going to be Dexter Lawrence. So it could be Ryder Anderson or Jordan Phillips up there with him. Then, of course, you got Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Micah McFadden, and also Bobby Okereke. You know what I'm saying? So our front seven, like I said, I'm not so much worried about those 7 guys. I'm more worried about like the secondary, like the DBs and the cornerbacks and stuff like that, and the safety. But like I said, for the safety, I'm thinking it's going to be Pinnock and uh, what's that? Pinnock and Tyler Nubin. Dane Belton is also there. You know what I'm saying? The Dane Belton is a third-year player, so and he's a ball hawk safety too. So he could beat out. What I'm saying? I won't be surprised if he be the third safety because, like I said, in Shane Bowen's system, I think they play like a 3 safety. So it traditionally be like a 2 safety, but it could be a 3 safety. It could be like a cornerback or something. Like depends what type of defense that they play because this, like I said, this year's the defense is supposed to be they supposed to be looking in the backfield like a reaction type of defense where the front four will bring the pressure and the guys the 7 back will those guys will be looking in there to try to make some plays, make some stops and things like that. Be an aggressive defense. In the past we were more of a blitz heavy defense with Wink Martindale, what I'm saying? But that's no longer the case no more. So we'll just get our defensive pressure from our front 7, or well, really the front 4, and have 7 guys dropping coverage and see what they could do if they can make some plays, get some stops, get some turnovers and things like that, because that's the main thing of our defense. Got to get some stops and also stopping the run. We have to stop the run. If you can stop the run, you are going to win a lot of games because then you make a team one-dimensional. And when you make a team one-dimensional, it does a whole lot for your defense. Now you can sit back and pin your ears back and, go after the quarterback and things like that and get to the quarterback. Because if they can't run the ball, they're going to have to throw the ball. And in order to throw the ball, you're going to need some time to throw the ball. So if you get blitz or get some guys up there and put some pressure up there, that puts more pressure on the quarterback and the offensive teams, making more plays for the defense could have opportunities to make more plays, on defense. So that'll be another thing, like I said. So the main important thing for our defense this year is stopping the run and also getting turnovers, making plays, so that way our offense can get the ball and also get us in good field position. Because what is it? Looking for it's like field position. Yeah, field position. The more field position you get, the better field position you get, the better it is for your team to win games. If you can get the ball back and put your offense in great scoring positions, that means more points on the board for your offense, and also it keeps other teams' offense off the field and stuff like that. And like I said, you can win games like a lot of games like that. You control the clock. And what I'm saying? Also, like I said, you wear out their defense because your offense is on the field in scoring opportunities, keep putting up points on their defense, wearing them down and extending drives and things like that. So, like I said, we'll have to see, like I said, but this year, like I said, on offense, the key thing this year on offense is the offensive line. The offensive line is the key to everything. If these guys can block and hold up, open up the holes for the run game, but mostly hold up for the passing, that should help us out a lot, because the offensive line that we have this year is more of a pass blocking offensive line. They're more better pass blockers than run blockers. So that should bode well for us. But like I said, the main key is the offensive line. If those guys can hold up, we should have a good season and, put up some points and things like that. But if them guys don't hold up, it could be like last year, or also injuries. Injuries is also part of the game, so how we navigate through the season. Like I said, the less injuries on the offensive line and the offensive side, the better the cohesion and the continuity of the team to put some points up and things like that and keep the offense moving on the field and be an aggressive offense. Because for the most part, for the last, I want to say 10 years, our offense has been like ranked around the bottom. We're not putting points up because the offensive line has been terrible. We have not had a chance we can't sustain good, consistent drives to keep, offense on the field, put points up. You can't keep going 3 and out. A lot of 3 and outs. All that does is just make everything just go haywire and stuff like that. So we got to be, like I said, in the offseason, we spend, I want to say about $45 million on the offensive line to improve that offensive line. That was a point of emphasis in the offseason, was to improve the offensive line. Because, like I said, last year we gave up 85 sacks, which was one of the most in the history of the NFL. You can't win too many games with 85 sacks. So that tells you that them guys weren't blocking, you know what I'm saying? Injuries played a lot of part to it because, like I said, we were like a turnstile last year. It was like guys was dropping like flies. I mean, we was putting a makeshift line out there on the offensive line, like every game and stuff like that. We had guys off the practice squad on the offensive line. That's how bad, that's how beat up we and decimated we were. So when you don't have your starters in there and you don't have a good offensive line continuity and cohesion, it wrecks your whole game plan, your playbook, whatever playbook you have. If there's a full playbook, if you have a bad offensive line, you're only going to use a quarter of your playbook because you can't use the whole playbook because the offensive line they're not giving you enough time to throw the ball, and guys are in the backfield, so everything goes haywire because some of the offensive plays, a lot of offensive plays are timed, time routes and things like that. And if these guys are not given time to get in their routes and things like that, and it throws everything off. And when it throws it off, then it's like your offense just goes in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. Point of emphasis, like training camp this year, like I said, main thing is to get the offensive line going. Yeah. What was that? El Capitan was good. Was good, Rob. Thanks for tuning in, man. Just talking a little Giants training camp and stuff like that, man. First day of training camp, you know how it is. I was like, we can't even get through a training camp without a little injury and stuff like that, man. But hey, that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the beast, man. So, like I said, but I'm happy training camp is here now. Like I said, within a couple of weeks, preseason will start, so that's a great thing for us, man. Great thing for the league because I know everybody been waiting. Summertime is the dog days of summer, nothing to do, boring, watching TV, some things like that. It's like now football will be starting to back up again, which is a great thing. Training camp is like the first, you know, happy medium for football fans and stuff like that to watch some football. So it should be great, man. I can't wait. Like I said, all NFL teams reported to training camp today. I know there's going to be some holdouts and things like that around the league and stuff like that. Injuries is going to be part of you know, part of the game and stuff like that. So, and with us, like I said, we can't even get through one without going through that too. With injuries and stuff like that. And so far for us, for the injuries, let me see. So far for us, like I said, with training camp, like I said, everybody's here today. But so far, Evan Neal's on the PUP list. Aaron Robinson's on the PUP list. Jermaine Illuminor left practice today. I think he got hit in the ribs. So he have a little rib injury, but hopefully, like I said, it's not too bad, So that'll help, what I'm saying? If he could just come back he should be out probably a week or something like that, or probably not even that. It depends on how serious the injury is. But like I said, for the most part, we need to keep him healthy because, like I said, he's going to be one of the most important pieces on our offensive line. So like I said, hopefully his injury is nothing minor. It's just something minor or something like that because we need these guys, man. We need these guys. What I'm saying? The offensive line is the key to our season this year. They are the key. The defensive side, like I said, the defensive line, I'm good with the defensive line. I got faith in those guys, so I have no worries with the defensive line. Only thing like I said on defense, we just got to stop the run. And also, like I said, send pressure with the front four and the other 7 guys back in coverage. Like I said, all they got to do is make plays. What I'm saying? Get some turnovers, get some interceptions, and give the ball back to the offense, man. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. So training camp day one, like I said, yeah, I just showed a little bit of it, things like that. Guys was warming up and stuff like that. Guys getting acclimated and stuff like that. I seen look like there's gonna be moving Wandale Robinson around a little bit, even Malik Neighbors, so I'll see him get end around and stuff like that, or a jet sweep, like they call it, a jet sweep. So it looked like and in the offseason, they was talking about, with Dable and Kafka, what they coming up with as far as making the offense, opening up the offense and stuff like that. But like I said, it all depends on the offensive line. That's what it depends on, the offensive line. Yep. It all depends on the offensive line. Shout out to SG Sports Talk channel. Yes, sir, bro. See you in here. El Capitan Rafa Chu. Thanks for tapping in and stuff like that, man. But yeah, man. So the training camp, like I said, the first day of training camp ain't gonna be too much on there. You know what I'm saying? It's just guys in shorts and things like that. They don't put the pads on, I think, until I want to say probably at the end of this week or probably next week. Definitely they'll put the pads on. But The first day is just kind of light and stuff like that. So you really can't get really a good feel for it, you know what I'm saying? So it's more like the second, third, towards the end of the week, you'll see the defense really coming in, the offense, really coming at it and stuff like that. You can start gauging it and stuff like that. Our whole thing is, like I said, we just need some health. We just need to come out of this training camp, come out of this preseason healthy. That's our whole thing. We don't need any major injuries up front and stuff like that out the gate. We don't need that. We need to hit the ground running. We need to hit the ground running, you know. And like I said, so Daniel Jones is out there throwing, you know what I'm saying? So he's a full go for practice, which is good. I got to see him run around a little bit. He looks good out there. Drew Lock is the backup for right now. Tommy DeVito's still on the team for right now. So we'll see how these guys look in camp and things like that. But like I said, I'm more interested in like the battle in the secondary, you know what I'm saying, as far as who will be the safeties and also the QB number two. Like I said, which should be Flott, but who knows? Like I said, there's Trey Herndon, there's Trey Hawkins, you know, and who knows? Maybe some other guys could beat him, and then their slot corner be like what is it? Andrew Phillips should get the first crack at it. Darnay Holmes is on there too, but who knows? I don't know. I know which one of these guys. If Darnay even gonna make the team or not. Because they ain't cut the roster down to 53 until the end of preseason. So you got to cut your roster down to 53. So for the most part, like I said, training camp, like I said, not too much going on there today. Let me see what else. Also, I know we've been talking about a little bit with Evan Neal is already on the PUP list. You know what I'm saying? But I think that PUP list, I think it's only for like he just won't be able to practice and things like that. So he'll be on the sidelines. He'll be on the sidelines, but so I don't know if he's going to miss the first 6 games of the season because I know when you're on the PUP, I think that's at the end of the training camp, or I mean, at the end of preseason, they put you on the PUP list and you got to miss like the first 6 games of the season. But I think right now, since he's on it, I think they're going to give him a little bit of time before the end of preseason and stuff like that to see if he could, be healthy for the team. But if he's not, because I know he had a setback with that ankle injury that he had the surgery January. So I thought it was going to be healed up by now and he'd be a go. But so far, it doesn't look that way. So they'll give him a little time to get himself together and stuff like that and see what happens, man. But I know some people saying like Evan Neal's like, yo, this is his last go around. It's like, hey man, injuries is part of the game. So if these guys drop like flies, Evan Neal will be and stuff like that. He will be a part, and well, what's good?
Hey, it's my first time on the show.
Yeah, man. First time show. Thank you for coming through, man. Run CMC is like you're a San Francisco 49ers fan, huh?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. You gotta show your camera for 1 second, you know what I'm saying, before you go out there so we can see and stuff like that.
So I'm a big Niners fan. So I'm really tired of this whole drama with Brandon Ayuk.
Uh-huh.
I mean that he doesn't feel respected on this team and like he just doesn't want to stay.
Right.
And like they're putting this proposed trade that Devontae Adams is going to go to the Niners, and then Ayuk's going to come to the Raiders. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts on that trade? I mean, do you think that's going to go down? I mean, I don't think it's going to go down. I think it's too far fetched of a trade. They're just kind of like hyperextending it to the point that they don't think that's going to happen.
yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. It sounds great in theory. It sounds great in theory, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I doubt
I
it
mean, in
because
the NFL, I'm not sure why they make such trades like that. They're just trying to they're making far fetched trades. Like they know it's not going to happen, but they're still throwing it out there, thinking it's going to happen. But I'm not. I don't really know why why they put trades like that.
but that's how that's people jobs. They gotta make something up and things like that. That's how they sell. They sell their
But
jobs and they try to get people to bite on it and see if it got some legs to it. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's not going to happen. So I mean, why do they put nonsense like that in the first place? Like they know it's not going to happen, but like maybe they're too they're very optimistic that trades like that will go down.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, they put trades like that up all the time, but I don't see it happening because guess what? At the end of the day, it's like if they haven't paid what's his name yet, if they haven't paid Ayuk yet, why are they going to give to Devontae Adams? I mean, Devontae Adams has a bigger contract and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, nephew? What's good? But yeah, that's what I say. I don't believe that trade is going to happen, man, because the 49ers they got to pay Brock Purdy plus they got to extend Trent Williams too. So they're not going to do that before, what I'm saying, make that trade unless they get them other guys under, contract and stuff like that. So I doubt that stuff, man. So you ain't even got
So what
you
were
ain't
your thoughts when say the Giants traded Saquon Barkley to the Eagles? I mean, do you think that's gonna be a good trade for them? Do you think your team's gonna be like, because you got like Barkley now, so I think your team's gonna be stacked. I think your team's already fully stacked already. But do you think adding someone like Saquon Barkley is gonna make your roster stronger?
no, that's a Saquon Barkley. Well, he's a Eagles. He's on the Eagles. I'm a Giants fan. He was
No,
on the
like so I'm saying, what are your thoughts on the Giants trading Saquon Barkley? He's no longer on the team anymore. He's going to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, yeah, he signed with the Eagles. We didn't trade him. He signed with the Eagles. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Saquon, like I said, we love Saquon. He was good when he's with the Giants and stuff like that. But at this time, they just couldn't pay him right now. They had to allocate their money towards other parts of the team to strengthen other parts of the team and get better, like the offensive line and also the defensive line and stuff like that. And he goes over to the Eagles, and it should be a good pickup for the Eagles and stuff like that. That's a luxury thing for them. What I'm saying, as far as us, our team was not we're not one or two pieces away from that, so we're rebuilding our team. So we have to allocate our money towards other parts of the team. It's a big loss. It's a big loss, but guess what? I mean, we'll survive. You know what I'm saying? We signed Devin Singletary. We upgraded our offensive line and things like that. So that's how we'll offset that and stuff like that. So
I mean, like in the NFL, when players leave a team, that's kind of normal because maybe players who are in a certain organization don't feel that they're getting enough respect on that organization, so they feel like leaving, and they
yeah,
think that going somewhere else, they'll get more respect somewhere else, maybe on another team. They'll
of
feel like
course.
fans are gonna give them more love and respect on the other team. That it's just about money. That's all it is, really. Really about if you other team if another organization is offering that player more money, then
Hmm.
he'll probably go there because he's getting more money. He's
Oh, of
probably
course.
has a bigger contract on the other organization.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Probably.
but I mean, we gave him that same money a year before, but he didn't take it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he helps them. Like I said, but with us, like I said, we
I
have
mean,
to.
I'm really surprised that if a player gets a big contract and they're offering him a better contract, and that player is not going to accept that. That's really up to him, right? He's not taking that contract.
Yeah,
If he
yeah,
gets a bigger contract and he gets more money to play somewhere else and he's not taking it, that's his prerogative, right? That's his thing.
exactly.
That's his decision, right? He's not going to take it. So what are you going to do? I mean,
Oh,
you're offering him a good contract. You're saying like we're going to offer you more money to play for our team and stay with us for a couple
mhm,
more years, and you're not going to take that. So really, it's really up to the athlete's decision whether he wants to take the contract or decline the contract.
of course, man. Of course, it's up to the athlete what he wants to do. But like I said, with us, like I said, we had to strengthen our team. Get better in the trenches and stuff like that. And like I said, in time, like we'll get a running back too and stuff like that. But right now, we got to allocate our money towards, like I said, the line, offensive line and defensive line. Because if we just sign Saquon back, we probably won't be able to get like Brian Burns and also get the offensive linemen in free agency, the ones that we wanted and stuff like that. So it'll, like I said, in time, it'll work out for us. We're not, what I'm saying, we ain't worried about it right now, you know. So like I said, we just gotta get our line better, offensive line better, and then like I said, if you have a good offensive line or the line is better, then you said running backs will work back there. You know what I'm saying? So, and Devin Singletary is a good running back. It's not like he's like chopped liver. You know what I'm saying? So, he's not Saquon. No, we're not saying he's Saquon, but like I said, he is still a good running back. So it'll work out for us in the end. We're not too worried about it.
So how long you been a New York Giants fan,
Oh man,
and who are your top five players that you really look forward to watching in the upcoming season?
Been a Giants fan since the '80s, man. So it's been a long time, man. So top five Giants players of all time. It's like Lawrence Taylor, Strahan, Eli Manning. Shockey. You know, um, What's the other guy name? Tuck, OCU Manure. There's been a lot of defensive players and stuff like that. Offensive Hakeem Nicks, So the list is long, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been a Giants fan since the 80s, man, since the early 80s, you know what I'm saying? The Lawrence Taylor days and stuff like that. So I don't watch the Giants like about 40 years of Giants football, man.
Yeah, like when I come on other content creators live streams,
Uh-huh.
they don't have a problem with having other fans of other teams come in.
Of course. That's a good thing, man. You want to hear from the other guys and stuff like that. I know the 49ers your team. I know, like I said, you have things about the 49ers and stuff like that. You talk about it and stuff like just like you talked about the Brandon Ayuk trade and stuff like that. So it's always good, it's always good to, hear that from other team fan bases and stuff like that. So I mean, I know what you guys like. You want to keep Brandon Ayuk because Debo Samuel looked like his contract could be coming up another year or something like that. But I know you rather keep Ayuk than Debo Samuels, right? If you had a choice.
I mean, I would keep. I mean, I like Brandon Ayuk, but I think I would keep Devo Samuel over Brandon Ayuk.
Okay. Yeah, well, hey, well, guess what? Well, Brandon Ayuk, well, I mean, you still got a chance to, what you call it? You get to franchise tag him, I think, after the season or whatever. Or so it's like you still have options on him, or who knows at what time if y'all going to make a trade him or something like that during the draft coming up. You just never know. Or hey, sometimes y'all end up giving him the money. Like sometimes they do most of their deals like this time right now. During training camp.
Yeah, the 49ers also have a stacked roster, man. We got Brock Purdy, we got Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. I'm hoping we add more to our roster, make it stronger, because we have a lot of players already. But if I won't have a problem us getting more, right? Because as if you can make the roster stronger, I don't have an issue with
Course.
that.
Of course, that's but
As
that's
strong of the as strong you can make the roster can be, that's better because you have all these, players that can be added to the roster.
hmm You're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. That's why you got to strengthen your team. And see, when your team is weak or your team is not talented, you have to keep getting more talent on your team. And that's what I'm saying. You have to allocate your money towards that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to build your team up the right way and things like that. I mean, we're not one or two players away. So it's like we're going to keep adding pieces and keep adding pieces until we finally get that team, the talent level up there. Then you can, like, just like how the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all guys build up that team, you built it up.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey made the cover of Madden NFL 25, and I
hmm
asked some of my friends about about him being the cover athlete, and some people agreed with it, and some people disagree with it. They said that it should have been Brock Purdy on the cover because Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy were the two finalists to make the cover,
hmm
and then Christian McCaffrey over Brock Purdy to make the cover.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, he's a dynamic player, man. He's a great player. Brock Purdy had a great season with the 49ers too. So I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. But if CMC made it, that's fine. Next year, so next time Brock might make it the next year. So it works out better. You can't be too mad. You had two great choices, right?
You had Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey to make the cover,
hmm And like I
and
said,
everybody, and I mean, like I as a 49 fan, I was really hoping that Brock Purdy would make the cover,
hmm
but Christian McCaffrey's having a phenomenal season, so I think there's a reason why they went with him over Brock Purdy to make the cover.
of course, yeah, of course. Like I said, hey, next year it might be the other way around. Like I said, they were two great choices, so you couldn't be mad with either one, or they couldn't be mad with either one. So it worked out. Either way, one of them was going to be on the cover. you know,
So how many games do you think the New York Giants are gonna win next season? Like, do you have a number, or you're kind of like you're throwing out you probably throw a number out there?
nah, I mean, like I said, looking at the Giants' schedule, like I said, I know Wishko has us winning like 6 games or something like that, but I could easily see the Giants winning 9 games. Depend on that offensive line. We just gotta hope the offensive line can block and hold up and stuff like that. So that's been our main problem is the offensive line, not so much the defense and things like that. And plus, our quarterback is coming off an ACL injury, so that's another thing too. So hopefully he's healthy and he's ready to go. But like I said, we just got to protect him and stuff like that. And if we do, like I said, I expect about 9 wins, at least 9 wins.
I mean, are the New York Giants, are they better on offense or defense? Like, do they play
Nah,
better on offense or defense?
right now they're better defensive team, better on the defensive side. The offensive side got to get better and stuff like that. That's why you got to upgrade the offensive line and see if the offensive line can finally get it together. Because if the offensive line is not not good or they still ain't it, it's not gonna. It's we're not gonna do too good on offense. The defensive side, we're more with the defensive side. I mean, I'm more confident in the defensive side because, like I said, those guys, they're gonna get after the quarterback and they're gonna make some plays and stuff like that. So right now, our whole thing is the offensive side. That's what we got to look at the offensive side. If them guys can pick up their play and they upgrade the offensive line and they play better, yeah, we should be better. So right now, for your question, I have more and more confidence in the defensive side of the ball until the offensive side shows us, this season coming up what they can do.
So how often do you go live? Like, do you go live every twice a week, three times
Yeah,
a week? Like,
yeah.
you rarely go live, or you just kind of like, is an impromptu live? Like, you just like, I'm going live today.
No, no, no. It goes try to go at least about 2 times a week and stuff like that. But right now it's like the dog days of summer, but it's going to pick back up when the season starts. Just like training camp is starting now, and then preseason games, and then the NFL season kicks off, and then basketball be back too. So yeah, yeah, it'll pick back up. But we gotta go live.
What are your thoughts on Giants training camp? So day one of Giants training camp. Do you know
Yes,
how well it's gonna go? Cause there's more days for training camp still. There's
yeah,
day two of training camp, day three of training camp, day four of training camp.
yeah. Yeah, like I
So
said.
how well do you think it's gonna go?
I mean, like I said, it picks up, and the more days ago, it picks up more because, like I said, the first day is no pads. Like I said, probably be no pads tomorrow, but then once they start putting the pads on, that's when it starts picking up the play. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, they should put on pads. I think by this week, either this week or definitely, I know it's definitely gonna be next week. They're gonna have the pads on and stuff like that. So that's when you're really gonna get to see, like, the team and stuff like that. When they put the pads on. You know, and like I
How
said.
many New York Giants games do you plan on attending this season? Next season?
This season, most probably two. I'm going to definitely going up to the ones up to Jersey, Jersey, and then here when they come here, because I'm in Atlanta, so when they play the Falcons, so it'll definitely be two games.
On Madden 24, do you think that when you play games at MetLife Stadium on the video game, do you think it's realistic? Do you think it's pretty? Do you think they do a pretty good job of making it realistic when
They
you
they try
play
to
the
make
game?
they try to make it realistic, but it's not. They just have you just have to play the game. It's not. It's just a copy of what they think is going to happen, but that doesn't mean it's going to always turn out that way. So, no, I don't
I
look at
mean,
it.
that's like when when the video game creators from Madden 25 were making the game, they were trying to make the gameplay highly realistic when you're playing the game and you're playing in MetLife Stadium.
Of course. Yeah, I know what you're saying as far as the team weather-wise, things like that, all that stuff, man. Yeah, but yeah, I really don't. You can't go for that. You got to go by the real game. On paper, everything looks good on paper. But yeah, but I've seen the Madden simulation games, and they do look realistic and stuff like that.
I love playing man simulation games because I think their objective is making sure you feel like you're there. That's what they're trying to kind of get from the game, making sure you're actually in the stadium watching the game and with the fans in the crowd cheering the team on. I
Hmm.
think that's what the creators of EA were trying to come up with,
Right.
making you feel like you're actually inside the stadium and kind
Of
of creating that game day atmosphere for all the fans.
of course, of course. But like I said, so you go through a lot, or you going for a lot of 49ers broadcasts and things like that.
I try to do a lot of 49er live streams, but I also do like Warriors, Sharks, all the various sports teams. I try and cover every all of those teams.
Oh, okay. So you got that show. I'm channel your Run CMC channel. What is it? SG Sports Talk channel.
Yeah.
That's your channel. Okay, yeah, like, yeah. I'll subscribe to your channel. Then make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to like the Big Blue Crew channel. Like I said, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Unpopular Opinion. Sports, and also Wales to New Jersey, Mids in the midday. So yeah, if you see me, or you'll see us on like the Big Blue Crew network and stuff like that. So you'll probably find me on some other channels too and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would love I have my own YouTube channel, so
Yeah,
I would love to bring you on my channel and we could talk cuz I have I have 255 subscribers right now. So it will be kind of fun for me to have a live stream and have you come on my channel, so you know people can I can get some subs on my channel too, and you can get some subs on your channel as well.
of course, man. Always, no problem, man. Just like I said, just shoot me a email, a text or something like that on here and stuff like that. Yeah, no problem, bro.
Cause yeah, cause on my channel, I'm trying to get different guests on my channel,
Hmm.
and get some you know some publicity for my channel so people can come and check my channel out, see all my
Okay.
content that I make, and then give me a like and a follow.
Of course, man. Same. Yeah, that's what we all on here doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just making our content, like, share, and subscribe, on social media platforms and stuff.
I know I'm very busy and I try and make as much content as possible,
Of
but
course.
some days I'm not able to make as much content, which I don't feel great about that because I want to make as much content as I can.
Hmm.
But some days I just have too much stuff going on and I can't make that much content.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine,
So
man.
I try and make as much as I can. I try and do like maybe 2 to 3 live streams a week.
Okay, yeah, man. That's great, man. I mean, how long you been doing it?
I not that long, but I just started. But I'm trying to get up there somehow. I'm trying to get up there.
Hey, man, just keep grinding, man. But like I said, I mean, I thank you for coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? You're always welcome to come back on here, whenever, say you see me live or something like that, or if you catch me on some other stream or something like that, if you in the chat and stuff like that, man. Like I said, just make sure you comment and stuff like so that way you in there.
So uh I mean I love it's my first time on the show and I really like coming on. I try and come on to different people's live streams
Yeah.
because it's kind of like I love you know different people talking to different content creators.
Yeah, of course, man. I know, like I said, it's like you got a lot of confidence and stuff like that. Because some people just be in the chat and stuff like that. But like I said, you come on the show, you want to talk and speak your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's an open platform and things like that we always have and stuff like that. So yeah, you're always welcome, man. It's like as long as the chat, I mean, the link is in the chats, man. You can just hit it and come on, man. Now, like I said, some people don't, but if you do, that's fine. And like I said, yeah, we'll subscribe to your channel and see, what I'm saying, if you're doing something or something like that, man. Because actually, one of
Yeah,
my
cause some people don't feel like coming on. They always like being in the live chat, but
of course,
it's good that you know you're
no
coming
problem,
on because you know some people just they don't have that they don't
of
they don't
course.
have the motivation to come on and hit the link and come on and share their thoughts in the lot in the on the
Right,
show.
right. I mean, but like I said, some people be busy. They could be at work. They could be doing things. So I never know what they're doing. As long as they in the chat, I'm fine with it. As long as they on there engaging and talking, that's fine. So you need people be in the chats and stuff like that. So it's fine. You know, but like I said, yeah. So, but I'll be looking out for you, man. So I'll subscribe to your channel and stuff like that, man. So because so one of my friends, he's a 49ers fan, so I'm pretty sure and he looks at different podcasts and things like that. So I'll definitely tell him check your stuff out, man. All right, but thanks for coming through.
And I'm also and also think about doing some I do also some live streams on my PlayStation 5. I just do go live and I just do some simulation games and stuff like that. So um but you know it's such an honor to have me on your show. Um you know I love talking to you and all the content creators out there.
Hmm.
But I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too, man. Thanks for coming on, and like I
See ya.
said, I'll definitely check you out. All right, thanks. What's good, Coach?
Yeah, what's up, man? Just real busy, man. So
Oh, I
I'm
know,
not
bro.
even at my computer, man. So it's just like,
I know, man. It's like, yo, it's raining. It's raining out here down in the A, man. But hey, it's a rainy day. It's cool, man. Like I said, we just talking Giants training camp, man. Like I said,
mhm.
already aluminum already hurt.
Yeah, I know. I know. I saw. I posted a picture, and Dexter caught him with the elbow into the ribs. So I mean, hey, it happens,
No,
man.
it happens. It happens, man. And like I said, so today's the first day, what I'm saying, without pads on. So when did they put the pads on? Is it the end of the week or next? I know it's definitely by next week.
I think it's by next week. I'm not really sure how
Yeah,
long.
they put the pads on because I think I want to say next week is joint practice. It got to be joint practice
Okay. Okay. Okay.
because their first preseason game is the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And the first the first preseason game is what you call it, the first preseason is like the first, which is like the Hall of Fame game, which is the Bears and the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Bears and Texans. I mean, that would have been a good game, but of course, they're not gonna they ain't playing the guys like that, man. You know what I'm saying? They may play Caleb Williams, they may play him, I doubt it, but because the Hall of Fame game usually would be like, me personally, I think they should give it to the high school kids to play the Hall of Fame game because I mean, NFL guys don't even really be, be playing on those games like that, man. So I think they should give it to the high school, like the best high school, or like the top high school teams, and let them play it out because them guys will really, show up and show out over there.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So, what's your thoughts about Evan Neal, though?
Evan Neal, and like I said, I tell you, Evan Neal is going to play this year. I know some people say his career is over. It's not over because, like I said, injuries is part of the game. That's the whole thing. The offensive line, you always going to have somebody going down or something like that. So I mean, we're going to need him to play, man. Like I said, his whole thing is like I said, he just got to he got to be ready over there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He has to be ready, to play
Mm-hmm.
like that. When he comes back, because I think when you're on that PUP list, and training camp, I think it's only for training camp and probably preseason where you're not supposed to practice or with the team or something like that. But I don't think you missed the first 6 games. I think that's after preseason. If they put you on the PUP list, then you're out for the first 6 games, I think.
Got you. Yeah, it's a little bit of confusion with that. So, man, it's hard for me to defend because I've been always a strong supporter of his, and it's like, oh, man, come on, Evan, I need you back. So
I just want to see him working with Carmen Brasilla if he could help him. That's all I want to see him. Like, just give him that chance first to see if he can work with him, and then I just want to see because, like I said, when you have like a offensive line coach who's wasn't really a good coach, you know what I'm saying, but I'd rather see you with a guy who has like a little track record. Let me see what he could do with you, and if he could do something with you, then I'm cool with it because there's guys that's getting bad training and stuff like that. I'd rather you get good training, and then I can see if you really can do it. But if you can't do it, then I know it is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I just want to give him that one opportunity, and I think he'll get that shot, man. Because like I said, something's gonna happen. We don't want it to happen. Trust me, we don't want it to happen, but it's reality. You know what I'm saying? That's the nature of the game. Andrew Thomas said it. That's the nature. That's the business we're in. That's the reality of it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It is the reality. It is the business. So, hopefully, like you said, he can come back, get the proper training, and show his wear. So because I mean, you've always heard me say I see talent there,
Of course.
and if you get the right coach, he's going to bring it out, and you go somewhere, and then he's playing at a all pro level, then everyone's going to be bitching and complaining. Oh, you gave up too early, and all this.
Right. You know how it goes, man. But like I said, and then before, like I said, if you don't do that right tackle, put him at guard. Let me see what he can do at guard before if you decide to move on. But you know what I'm saying? Don't just like leave him right tackle and he make it be like, yo, you're done. You know what I'm saying? It's like at least do that. But like I said, in football, the offensive lineman, what is their injuries they get all the time? People roll up on them, they get rolled up on. They get rolled up on, and next thing you know, the guy's out of the game and stuff like that until you go look at the replay, be like, how did he get hurt? And then you see, be like, oh my God. And if they bring that card out, that's the worst thing. Once you see the card, you already know what's happening.
Exactly. And it was like that today when, Illuminor got hurt. I had to slow it down to take a look, and that's when I saw Dexter went right into him with the elbow. I was like, oh, okay. Been there, done that, felt that before in college. So, going forward, he'll have his rib pads on and he'll be well protected. So,
yeah, because they didn't have no pads on. So yeah, but you're right. If they did have the pads on, that wouldn't even hurt him.
Exactly. Stuff like that happens all the time. They get run into, the blocking schemes, or the defensive line stunts. You attack a certain player, you hit him in the ribs. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, because if they don't have the padding, exactly what happened to Illuminor happens to most guys. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
I've had it happen to me. So it's just the business.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a quarterback when he's about to throw the ball and he's exposing his rib cage. If he
Hmm.
gets popped in that section, it's like it's over, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Don't you want to hit him right in the ribs, because it's a
Okay.
tender spot. You
Glaber,
know, it, you know.
Glaber Torres just hit a home run. Okay, first and okay, Glaber.
Okay. Well,
And the same thing like yesterday. He hit a home run yesterday. It started off, and that was it, though.
let's see if they can keep it up.
Right. But yeah, like I said, the same thing with the quarterback, man. He exposed that rib cage, and he's throwing the ball, and he doesn't see that guy coming, and he just get the wind knocked out of him. I mean, that's like the worst injury, the rib cage injury and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, and again, the biggest thing is for the athlete, it hurts. If you get it good, it affects your breathing to a certain extent, your
Mm-hmm.
movement, twisting. So it's look. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Hopefully it's they don't come back and say it's worse than what we think. He's
Right.
just got caught. He'll be out for a couple of days, and then he'll be back in, ready to go from there.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's not broken. 'Cause if it's broken, then it's like, yeah, he's gonna be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just wind out, bruised and sore, and rest, ice it up, do a little rehab, and then get back out there and let's get to work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And plus he had the when they get in pads, then he'll be protected with the pads on.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll help him a little bit too. And stuff.
Exactly. So, I mean, look, even when they go shells, you'll probably start seeing him with some type of rib padding protection going forward, just as a precursor. So,
Yeah, man. Like I said, so he's on the PUP, and Aaron Robinson too. Hopefully, like I said, I want to see this guy, man. I really hope this guy can. I mean, because he's been out of football for like 2 years, man. I mean, hopefully he should be healed, man. I'm just like, man, because like I said, he has all the measurables, the length, everything, and stuff like that. I really want to see what he can do. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Because
mm-hmm.
I believe this defense right here, man, with these guys, the back seven looking in, that's you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of opportunities to make plays if the defensive front four can put up some pressure. You know what I'm saying, and do that
Mm-hmm.
and stop the run. If you can stop the run and make these guys a one-dimensional teams, and he could tee off on a quarterback, that's what you want to do.
Exactly. So, we'll see what happens. So, like I said, day one, I mean, I'm not going too crazy over it like a lot of these other fans.
You're
I've
right.
seen people killing Daniel Jones
Oh,
already, and I'm
I didn't. That's why I didn't even talk about that when they took about. It's like one
yeah.
throw. I'm like one throw already. You already took about like it's like, dude, that wasn't even an egregious throw. It was like he just lobbed the ball. He lobbed the ball. I mean,
Look, I looked at the play. I broke it down. I'm like, first of all, Brian Burns came unimpeded. So, Daniel Jones took one step, turned, and lobbed it. And I
right.
just said it, look, if he took another step, maybe it changes the angle and he can probably get a better pass off. And, people are arguing down, oh, he could have done, Brian Burns could have done this and that. And I'm like,
Let's say you was on Twitter. You can't be on Twitter with that stuff. I mean, I
no,
know.
no, 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 no. It wasn't a bad, it was a space
No,
that,
I know, but I'm just saying, even on Twitter, it's like the comments would be start flooding
oh,
under
yeah.
the comments. I read all the other ones. I was like, Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's only one play, but
Mhm.
that's nothing. Ever since I've been watching the Giants, though, our screen game has been terrible. And I'm like, what is it with the offensive line? Like, I never see them going out, like getting ahead of the running back and paving a way, like blocking people out the way. I'm just seeing them running with their hands down. I'm like, bro, and then what happened when they run with their hands down? Our running back or whoever gets tackled. I'm like, bro, you got to push people out the way. You gotta go. You gotta be looking for people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have looking for people with bad intentions to knock them out the way. So you know what I'm saying? But I don't see them doing that. And that's why
Well,
sometimes, like I said, I don't think our screen game works.
I also think it's a matter of your teachings. So,
Right.
that's ultimately what it boils down to. Do we have coaches who teach the good screen game, and what type of screen games? Are you using it with the running back? Are you doing it to the outside? Are you doing center to middle screens? You setting it up and let the running back be right there, direct line to the quarterback. He just turns, gets the ball. Now you use the middle of the offensive line to go downfield to the second level. I mean,
You're right.
I
That's what we're talking about.
yeah, the way you run your screens, it's ineffective. So why are we not having good coaching to teach better screen game? Because that'll also curb any type of pressure that you receive.
And
You know,
and and then I look at the offensive lineman, and he's looking back for the guys. Like, don't look back. You just run out there, run as fast as you can out there, and start moving people out the way. That guy's going. I mean, the running back or the receiver going to catch up to you.
yeah,
Don't worry about looking back for him. You need to knock out the DBs and plow them guys, man, and punish those guys.
yeah, it's working on the time, and that's why I say, how are you running your screen games? The timing with the back catching the ball to the offensive line. Do you give a signal? Do you yell fire? Do you yell, Peter? Whatever it is, whatever your code is to tell the offensive line to go, so that way they can get downfield. So yeah, again, it's what type of coaching, the timing, but hey,
Right.
hopefully we'll get it down and get it together, and you know, you know, and be much more productive. So, and also it's the ability of the lineman too, because if you got some fat guys who just can't get downfield, then it makes no sense running the screen game. You
Right.
still need some type of athletic guys to get down there. So.
I can get down the second line, get the second line. But like I said, and I see other teams run, I'm like, man, that's an effective play. If you had the right, that's an effective play because those offensive linemen, I mean, they punish those DBs and whoever, man, I mean, they knocked them out the way. I'd be like, man, look at that. They plowed them.
Exactly. Exactly. So, we'll see. We'll definitely see. So,
And then I'll see, like I said, as far as the secondary, as far as like the safeties, I think Bowen's gonna go to 3 safety at some points in the game. So, like I said, I'm thinking it's gonna be like Pinnock, what's his name, Nubin and Bullet. I mean, and Dane Belton. And I'm
well,
thinking
what about whatchamacallit too? Who
Jalen Mills.
no, you said Pinnock. You did. You said Pinnock, Belton, and Nubin. So,
Yeah, or Jalen Mills, depending, because he's on the injury, something like that for
yeah,
right
he's on the pup list too. I said it to NYG. I'm like, look, man, there's so many damn guys on this pup list, man. I mean, why?
now.
Everyone goes after Andrew. I mean, goes after Evan Neal. I'm like, well, what about the hate towards all these other guys, man? Where is it? So it's like but it is what it is. I get it.
Nah,
Fans, fans.
the guy they should go after is, I mean, if anybody's going to be Aaron Robinson, because Aaron Robinson has been like, he's like Halley's Comet. I mean, he comes around once every something. I haven't seen this guy around here, man. I'm like, and every time I look, it's like his name is still on the team. I was like, Aaron Robinson, Aaron Robinson. He almost kind of remind me of what is that guy that we picked in the supplemental draft in the third, that third round, and he never really played for us.
The one who,
From
yeah,
West, he's from West Michigan, something.
I forgot his name.
I know, but I was like, I'm thinking this guy's going to play. He's going to do this, and this guy really never played at all. We wasted a supplemental draft pick on this guy, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So,
Oh,
but
that's what it is. Thank you, Big Lou, New York Sports. Sam Beal. That was
yeah. Sam Bill. That's right. That's right.
man. I was like, that's like, and he had the measurables too. I'm like, yo, is this guy going to play? It's like, yo, we wasted a pick on this guy. He never ever really played for us. I'm like, man,
Bill got what he got. He's the one that got shot in the butt or something like that.
that was Corey Ballantyne.
Oh yeah, Valentine. That's right. You're right.
Yeah, Bill, he just has some type of injury. But it's like, I'm like, man, it's like we just get bad lucky with these guys, man, that just don't never play for us, man. And you thinking they're gonna pan out and stuff like that.
Exactly.
We lost a third round pick on that guy.
Exactly. That's why I don't like. I mean, I go back to Dave Brown. That's why I hated supplemental picks when we picked Dave Brown, and I'm like, oh my gosh. First of all, he's from Westfield, and I'm from Plainfield, so that's already a problem right there.
Oh yeah, Dave Brown, all the Duke quarterback and stuff like that.
Exactly. So
Same measurables as Daniel Jones.
yeah, but he's more athletic. DJ is more athletic than.
Yeah, DJ is. But yeah, then a lot of people say he's not though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, because you don't want to say it.
Look, man. I mean, I don't get into all that other stuff, man. With some of these cakers, that's what I'm gonna call them, cakers. So they just want to hate. Hate, go ahead. You're entitled to hate. So if it makes you happy, go ahead. Be whoever you want to be. But you know,
Shit, I'm gonna talk about my last topic because I know you gotta get your show, but it's like the Yankees.
you good, you good, you good. Because I'm probably not, because I also know Pat has
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool.
Paul. I think he has Paul Dottino coming in, or Schmilk.
Oh, okay,
He has either Schmelk or Dottino coming on tonight. So
okay, cool. We'll be
I'm like,
watching.
it doesn't make sense for me to do my show tonight. So
Okay, cool, man. So I mean, yeah, we could just either talk about that or Yankees imploding and stuff like that. Because like, I'm just like, yo, these guys have lost 10. I mean, they have only won 10 of their last 31 games. I'm like, yo, what is going on with these guys, man?
bro,
10, you won 10 of your last 31 games, and in a lot of these games, you're just losing with bad hitting, timely hitting, and fielding. There's a lot of fielding errors that's just going on. It's just crazy.
look, all I can say is when you look at the Yankees record, they're not far off.
No, they're not.
I said it last night. They're not far off. So if they can get their act together, do you know how far ahead they could be in the AL altogether? And it leaves. I wonder what's going on in the locker room, because that's the only thing. Yes, there's some talent deficiencies here or there, but it's not always about that. You know,
Mm,
there were, when they were doing well. We didn't have talent deficiencies. Now all of a sudden, do we have the talent deficiencies? No. To me, it's more of what's going on in that locker room first, where guys are losing focus. Is it Boone has lost the team? Because if he has, then I'm sorry, you got to make a change. You have to make a change, because it's there. There's the talent says, even early on, it's there. It's there. We need to fix, the hitting, like you said, the timely hitting, and then also the issues with, some of the pitching. It's like, and then Boone is too, at times he's too soft, man.
yeah,
He's too soft.
that's what Big Lou New York Sports said. Boom, got to go. We need a culture change. Doesn't matter if we add at the deadline with the same culture manager. I mean, that's true. You know,
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, and that's what's frustrating when I'm sitting here looking. Everyone complains about Joe Girardi, but I always say the same thing. Players need to get a kick in the ass from time to time. They all do. Most players will tell you, when I first started playing and coaches were yelling at me, it was
mm,
an adjustment. But then if they're yelling at you, it's because they believe in you and they're pushing you.
exactly.
That's what it's about, where guys want to take it personal, and you put your panties in a bunch instead of, listen to what the coach is saying. Now, if he's sitting here saying you suck, and all this or that, then that's a different story. But if he's saying get your head out of your butt, you're better than this, this is what you need to do, listen to what your coach is telling you, listen to what your manager is telling you, and let's go. So it just, it's frustrating for me, man. It really is, because I think this team can be a whole lot better, and we should be competing with the Dodgers and the Phillies for the best record in baseball.
Of course. I mean, because at one point we was 28 games over 500. We was 50
Exactly.
and 20. We was 50 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're like 60 and 43. Is like, I mean, we won 10 games. We don't lost 21 other games. I'm like, a lot of them 21 losses is just like, it wasn't like we got smoked or anything. It's just like bad errors, what I'm saying, on our part, losing some games like that. And then also no timely hitting or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Bad, like you said, hitting, blown away.
Ooh, what's his name? He just saved a damn home run, man.
Oh, oh,
Soto on the top of the what you call it. He at first I thought he wasn't gonna get it, what I'm saying, because he was like turn right here, know which way to, what I'm saying, but he got at the last minute. I'm seeing it's on ESPN. I'm seeing
okay.
it right now. It's like he's at the wall. Like I said, it almost
Mm.
Oh yeah. Well, it probably would have stayed in looking at that like man. But
Mm.
let's see what I'm saying is Garrett Cole is 1-0 right now. The Yankees hitters got it. I mean, the pitchers have pitched some good game. The hitters got to start putting points up on the board.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
totally agree with you, man. And that's you need both to work at the same point in time. You know, you can't have the bats exploding and the pitching fizzing, and then you can't have the pitching on point and the bats are dead. So you know, the lineup is too.
Inconsistent.
It yeah, it's too inconsistent, you know, and it can't always rely on just Soto and Judge, man. You just can't. You know, these other guys got to step up. You know, even if it's just, you know, some of the simplest things, sometimes they just need that, you know, because I've seen too many times you get, you know, 2 or 3 hits in a game, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you think fellas think it's Boone making some of these lineup decisions, or is it analytics?
Analytics.
Yeah.
I hate analytics, and all I keep hearing is they base everything off of analytics, who the opposition's pitching, and then you know some of your key players in your lineup. How do you position them
Hmm.
with you know this count? This is what they're going to. I'm like,
Yeah, man. And like I said, ever since they started that that shifting on the defense, I didn't even like that because back in the day was really no shifting. It's like, hey, you just had to play the way you had to play. You know what I'm saying? But once they started doing that shifting and stuff like that, I really ain't like that too much. You know what I'm saying? As far as with baseball and stuff like that. Like I said, because that really took away some of like the hitting and stuff like that. A guy if he's a pull hitter, then everybody if he's a pull hitter, then if he's a pull hitter, then everybody going to the side. I don't like that shifting, man. They need to take away the shift. Just play straight up baseball. Just play straight up.
I thought they said they were supposed to be implementing a rule to take that out.
I thought so too because that's hurting the game to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you put everybody on one side and you pitching a certain way to get the ball that way, it's just like just
Junior said it. Ken Griffey Jr. said it. He said, "You know how do you combat the shift? Hit the opposite way."
yeah, that too, right,
Just hit the opposite way, and you're going to force them to not shift on you. But if you're always pulling the ball, then guess what they're going to do?
right,
Which makes sense. But if you're hitting away, they have to play you even, and now it opens up the field for you. So
right.
you know, and sometimes, to be honest with you, the easiest way to kill for me that I've always said, and I understand people don't want to see big power hitters doing that, but sometimes bunt right towards away from the shift.
That's what I was just about to say. Because
Bunt
back in
away.
that's what they used to do. They used to bunt. They used to bunt when like the third baseman was off the third base and stuff like
Mhm.
that towards third base. So that way, either the pitcher or the which go get it. The third baseman go get the ball.
Exactly.
Smart
Exactly.
hit, smart.
But that's the thing. Now you combat what they're trying to do, and now you're dictating to them. So you want to shift on me, okay? You know. So I'm with you. I hate the shift. I get it. I understand the logic, but you know, to me, it's just be more balanced. And
Mm,
hitters just hit the proper way. So
yeah, I get that, man. Because like I said, it's like I know they try to do things like speed the game up and do some things to
not
improve
with
to
that.
get more get more runs scored and stuff like that. They juice the ball, whatever. Supposedly, you know what I'm
Not
saying?
changing. It's not changing. It's still the same thing.
Right.
So yeah. It is. So hopefully our Yankees can get their heads out of their butt and get this stuff together. And if not, yo, Bone, you gotta go. Hell, I'll even say I know it ain't gonna happen. So you know, but hey, even Cashman can go in my eyes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because he's been here, man. He's been here what 30 years now, 20. He's been here
Hmm.
a long time. He's been here longer than anybody that I've known being like a GM. You know what I'm saying in sports. It's like he almost got one of those things like he can stay here as long as he wants until he decides he want to leave or he can't do it no more. Because that's what it looks like. The Steinbrenners. You know what I'm saying. But I don't know if the father was still here. George probably be like, "Yo, you got to go." Because
Well,
George
they wouldn't even be doing analytics if George was here. They'd also be spending the money. They'd have a loaded lineup always. You
mm-hmm.
know, we all know that.
Keep
So
it right.
you know, with George Steinbrenner, it wasn't about the money. It was about winning championships, plain and simple. And you know, yeah, did we get spoiled with it? Of course. So what? But you know what? That's what it's about. You know, and other fans can hate it, but That's the thing. That's why I always say to some baseball fans, you argue this, and like Tommy with the Astros. What do I always say? 27. Talk to me after 27. You know,
But you, but
we got two in the last 6 years.
right.
But that's two. But it's what have you done for me? No, it's your whole history. Your whole legacy is who you are and what you have done in totality. It's not just right now.
And some of that was cheating too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that the little
We know
scandal?
that. We know that. We know that. They don't want to talk about that, but they just want to talk about, oh well, we beat you. Okay, okay. And then guess what? I remember the Astros when they was trash.
Oh, so
Total
I
trash.
remember. I listen. I remember when that Nolan Ryan, Mike Scott, and all them guys on that
Mm-hmm.
Bass when Bass was the hitter, Kevin Bass, whatever his name was.
Mm-hmm. And they
Uh,
were playing in the National League. They weren't playing in the AL. They were in the National League. Was it National League
it was like
West?
BGO, Bagman, all them guys. I mean, the Killer Bees. They had the Killer Bees and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. I remember that.
They used to wear that multicolored stripe, orange, black, whatever.
Yeah, I know with the star,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's like, look, I mean, okay, you got two championships. Somebody has to win. Somebody's always going to win. But you know what? If you look at the totality of an organization, we got 27. Nobody's even close to us. No one.
Nope.
So
And guess what? It's never ever going to be like ain't nobody ever going to touch it. Even in basketball, I mean, you got the 18 with the Celtics and the Lakers. I mean, they kind of close, but that 27, man, and that 27 was like,
mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like, what was
I
that like?
think,
They covered like about 30 something years or 40. I mean, they won a lot of them within like like 20 something of them within
yeah,
that like
they
30,
they
40
won
years.
a good percentage in the 20s and the 30s. Then there was something in the 40s. I think you picked up a little bit in the 50s, going into the 60s, and then it died down.
Right.
Uh, no, you go into something in the 70s, and then it died down in the 80s.
Right. Now we picked it back up in like the late 90s and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And like I said, because Derek Jeter won 5.
Exactly. That's
So
that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, the Yankees are, when they win chips, it's usually in a good percentage. Yes, '09 was the last one. I get it. But trust me, once we get going again, guess what? You know what? If we knock off 4, 5, 6 of them, then what? So it's like, all right, whatever.
Hey man, whenever we had Derek Jeter, I didn't even care, man. I was like, Jeter gonna find some way to do something. He gonna make some type of play. He gonna rally the troops. He gonna do something, man. It's just like it was almost like that magic moment. You just like it's gonna happen. The Yankees gonna make a comeback. It's gonna happen, man. Or he gonna make a spectacular play that's gonna be one for the ages. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
anyway, and then also when they talk about the Yankees used to, buy their way to championships. The last time I looked at it, when I used to look, I was like, every owner's a billionaire. All these guys can pay their players. Why are you acting like the Yankees the only one that can pay players? It's like all these guys who own teams, they're billionaires. You know what I'm saying? They could pay guys if they want to. They
It's
just didn't want to.
They don't want to. They want to try and make money. That's really all it's about, somehow, some way. In the
Right,
end, Steinbrenner was about winning. I keep saying it. He had his money. He just wanted to win championships. He was always going, and the Yankees brand is always going to bring in money. Period.
right.
So
Of course.
bring money.
I mean,
So
you see Yankees things all over the globe. I mean, it don't matter what country you go to, the NY hat, the pinstripe,
mm,
whatever. I mean, that brand, the Yankees brand was like Coca-Cola and all this type of whatever you want to say, say it's one of the iconic brands in the whole world. People wear it. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks nice. The pinstripes look nice.
exactly. It's classic. It's crisp. It's clean. It distinguishes this organization. So, so now that's the whole thing. So, but hey, y'all want to hate on the Yankees? Go ahead. 27. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. I don't want to hear, oh, well, you wanted before integration, whatever. It's still a championship. It doesn't take away from the championships. So,
And I know I always say, man, back in the day, man, like I said, the what you call it had the best farm system, the best. They lost some in the Montreal Expos. I don't
mhm,
know who was the Expos the farming team or whatever and stuff like that, but they had the talent. And their players have left their organization, went to all different organizations, spread out, and they became superstars everywhere else and stuff. They just cannot keep their players, man. And they were a great organization. The Montreal Expos is like Anybody could think about it, but like, yeah, they were part of the Expos. They came from the Expos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Pedro Martinez, was it Randy Johnson? Yeah, Randy Johnson,
Yeah, Larry Walker,
Larry Walker. I mean, yeah,
the
they
Big Cat,
they were definitely an organization back in the day. So.
the Big Cat, Andres Galarragas. Andres Galarragas is like you saw that help when you saw that hat on there with the 3 colors on it. You know,
Mhm,
the Spos.
mhm.
The Spos became the Nationals, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
became the Nationals. They moved to DC and became the Nationals. So.
yeah, but they got a rich tradition. And see, kids of today don't even know that. They just know that the Nationals and stuff. It's like, man, the Expos had a rich tradition. I mean, not to say they was winning games, but they had great talent. They had great talent. They'd have kept. They were able to keep all their talent. They would have won some World Series if they were able to keep their
Mhm.
talent. But they just didn't want to pay those guys. Never wanted to pay them. Really, they just let everybody go.
Exactly.
What was the other dude? Tim Raines, right? Tim Raines.
Yeah, Tim Raines ended up with us, playing for us.
Yeah, Tim Raines.
Fred McGriff, who ended up with the
Ron
Mets.
Dog.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
what's the
Dustin and
Gary
Ray.
Carter?
Who?
Gary Carter, who left and what played with the Mets.
Yep, Gary Carter. Yeah, it's just so many, man. It's just so many
Mhm.
names. You can go back, you just be like, wow. It's like people look at the Washington Nationals like, oh, we only know Strasburg and Juan Soto. That's about it from the Nationals. And it's
Mhm.
just like, bro, if you look at their history where they originate from, it's like, yo, you'd be surprised. Like they got a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame. And I don't know they went in as Expos, but they probably should have. But they have a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame from that organization.
Exactly. Yeah, they do. They are well, like I said, they were a well-run organization, top to bottom. The only thing they didn't do is win World Series. There. So, you know,
Right.
and I think they were going off.
They didn't pay their guys. That's the only thing. They didn't pay them. They didn't want to keep them. They
They
didn't pay
went
them.
all the way back. I think the Dodgers also, back in the 40s, they were Montreal was a farm team of the Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
I believe that's how it started before they became a franchise. So.
The Expos. Yeah, man. So the Expos, so the Montreal Expos and the Toronto, even the Toronto Blue Jays was some good. I mean, back in the 80s, there was a lot of good teams. When I used to watch baseballs like the Expos, the Blue Jays, the Baltimore's. Our division was baseball in general was just stacked. You know what I'm saying? It was parity, which was great. I mean, every
Mhm.
team had some great players on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like our main rivals at that time back then was like, the Jays, the Blue Jays, you know,
Mhm.
our division, the Blue Jays, the Orioles,
Orioles, the Dead Sox.
yeah, the Dead Sox, right?
I'm
But
tired. Game is tied now.
oh come on, Garrett. But see what I'm talking about is like it's a low score. It's a 1-1. You see the opposite. You see on the other side, who's the pitcher for the Mets? He's not like ace or something like. See, this is what I'm talking about with the Yankees. They need to be destroying
Hmm.
pitchers. It's like Gary Cole's your ace. You need to be helping this guy. I mean, he's going. Let's say he might give up 2 runs, but you know that he can't lose this game 2-1, bro. You gotta put some runs up for him.
Exactly.
Get
That-
guys on base.
Hmm?
They need to get guys on base and start trying to manufacture runs and move guys over, do what they
See,
got to do.
the Yankees don't do that. They don't manufacture runs. That's the lost art.
I know.
And that's the whole thing. Sometimes the hit and run can open up alleys for you to hit through. So,
What's good, bro? NYG, what's good, bro?
what's up, bro?
Yeah, we just talking low to the Yankees while the game is on, man. Yankees imploding and stuff like that, man. I hope that, like I said, I hope they don't. Come on, another hit. I mean, listen. I hope they don't waste Garrett Cole's effort, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even know who the pitcher for the Mets. I don't even know who they is like it, but that guy should be getting destroyed right now.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
This is how it always starts. This is how it starts when they started. If Gary Cole, like I said, now if they chase Gary Cole, they get him out the game. Then it's just almost like who's the next guy up? And our middle reliever and our relievers are not good at all. Can't
Hmm.
trust these guys.
Exactly.
So we need Garrett. We need Garrett to go the distance or go at least 7 or 8. I mean 8. Okay, we out. We out. But Yeah, our big hitters. You see these big hitters. They got to come to play. They got to come to play, man. Oswaldo Cabrera. He's the guy. These guys need to be getting on the base. These small, they need to be getting on base. We don't have the what you call it no more. What is the little guy that used to be on the Yankees that used to get on base a lot? Oh, man, it wasn't Brocious. It was Scott. No, what
No,
was it?
that's atrocious. You had Wade Boggs back in the day.
Yeah, those
Wade,
are contact hitters.
yeah, well, Boggsy was a definite
Chuck
contact.
Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch. That's what
Yeah,
I was going. Chuck
Knoblauch.
Knobloch.
He had that weird stance too with the high bat. Yeah, yeah. So
But that's what the Yankees in the past used to do. The little guys used to just get on base to get guys on base, and then big home run hitters come up. You know, back in the day when you had men on first and second with nobody out, he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna score a run because these guys
exactly.
move them over, and then we're gonna get a run. Nowadays, first and second means with no outs means it's probably gonna be a double play ball gonna get hit, a strikeout and a double play ball. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't trying to move the runner over.
But that's the problem, man. It's first and second automatically. It's bunt first, depending on who the batter is, but bunt first base and then move those runners over just so you can get a hit to open up the alley and then possibly get 2 runs. Because you're right. Usually that means you should get 2 runs, with no men out. No men out should and 2 men on is usually
right.
It's
put pressure on the pitcher. You got to put pressure on the pitcher. Move those guys over and put them up the third and second. Put the pressure on the pitcher.
But it's a lost art, especially with the Yankees. It's we want to hit home run. We want the velocity. Look, man, I don't care about the velocity. I don't care if it gets out of the park fast, if it's a towering home run, or if it's a little weak one that just made it over. It's still worth 1 run. Period.
Yeah, we got to stop with these little solo home runs. I need to see a 3-run home runs. If you get a lot of 3-run home runs, I'm good with those. You know what I'm saying? But the solo home runs is like 1 run.
Yeah. All right, bro. Let me get ready to go because I had to start cleaning up here before I get into my little man cave itself. So
I know, man. I'm about to end the stream too myself and stuff like that, man. I just came on just to talk a little bit of Giants training camp and stuff like that, and Evan Neal on the PUP list and stuff like that, and what I expect to see like towards the end of the week and stuff like that, as far as like the camp battles and stuff like that when the pads go on and stuff like that. So we basically cover everything. We wrapped everything up, man. Coach, man, thanks for coming through. Like I said, just tell everybody where they can find you. You know what I'm saying?
It's Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports on YouTube, and Sky's Papa 72 SKYS POPPA 72, and Don't Sweat the Technique on Instagram. Like Rakim says, don't sweat the technique.
Right. And they know it, like the hip hop heads, they know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's pretty much it. That's where I'll be. So, but I appreciate you having me, man. So always keep up the great work. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and always subscribe and share, his content, man. And hit that notification so you know when he puts stuff up, man. So.
Yes, sir, man. Like I said, you can find me on my channel right here. You can find me on Twitter at TheMan-Cave _SGod. And like I said, I think Saturday I think I will come back on live and stuff like that, for the end of the week for the Giants training camp recap, for that, see how it goes. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can get unscathed without the injuries and stuff like that. So hopefully we can make it through the, injury free. I'll be happy with that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, like I said, we can start to see some things going on with these guys playing with the pads 11 on 11.
Exactly. So
like I said, I'll be back on probably most likely Saturday. But like I said, I'll be on tonight. I'll be on like the Big Blue Crew and stuff like that. The network and stuff like that. Who's going to be on Big Pat? It's going to be Big Pat.
Yeah, I think it's Pat. He put it in the other chat. So
okay. I'll look at it and stuff like that. I'll pop on there and stuff like that. That's where we be at, man. So until next time, man, we see you guys, man.
Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
This for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Dot God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed, made calm. You on the road and chill, do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean, we about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.